Morning and welcome to the Angel and Tina Morning Show. I'm Angel Tezzi. I am one of your hosts, and we have a very, very special edition of the Angel and Tina Morning Show. Tina, how are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. I'm Tina Torres, your co-host for today, and I am so excited. We have a 2-hour special Angel and Tina Morning Show today. You guys are going to be in for a little bit of a surprise, but a lot of excitement, a lot of amazing people are gonna walk across the producer rainbow today.
It is graduation day for all of these fabulous producers on the Zondra TV network. Y'all know that Tina and I are so
grateful.
Oh, look, I'm like looking at messages.
All these people popping in.
Okay, so the Angel and Tina Morning Show is hosted on the Zondra TV network, which means we are digitally streamed on so many different digital streaming platforms, thanks to the Zondra TV network. But we are not the only ones. This is a fabulous platform that is the vision and the dream of one Zondra Evans. Zondra Evans, you all know, we're all such great big fans of Miss Zondra, and she has been working one-on-one. She's working with us as producers for over a year. She developed this fabulous incubator program. You always know, like when a new platform comes along, we're all jumping on the bandwagon, but nobody knows. Like we're all like little squirrels running around chasing things. Okay, this shiny, this shiny, this shiny. But Zondra took the reins and she said, I will lead this new era of helping small business owners and entrepreneurs leverage the power of digital streaming platforms, learn how to become TV producers, because it's not just turn on your camera and go, right? Like it is not as simple as it sounds, right? It took an entire year of development, and she developed this wonderful.
What I love most about it is that she had a calling. God told her, listen, do this, and she went for it. And she only wanted 5 producers. 5. And God blessed her with so much more. And it's like the morning show. We were going to do it for 2 weeks, and it blossomed into so much more.
It has blossomed into so much more. And so this is a very special occasion. This is graduation day for the first year, the first recruits of the ZTV incubator program. Many of us wearing the color royal blue for her royal blue highness, her royal blueness, Zondra TV, or for Zondra Evans. And so we're wearing Zondra's signature color today. Zondra, this is such a proud moment. Did you even sleep last night?
Barely. I would just sleep really late because I wasn't tossing and turning, but I was just so excited for today to happen because it's unbelievable. In the midst of a pandemic last year, we started this incubator, and that it's been 12 full months of pouring into them. And I'm proud. I'm just so proud of each and every one of them. So yeah, I was tossing and turning because I'm like, when is the time coming? When is 10 a.m. Central Standard Time? So that we can honor the graduates.
We are definitely honoring the graduates today in this special 2-hour edition. I have been saying recently that I just feel like a proud mama hen for you, Zondra. You and I met 3 years ago at a conference, at an expo, a business expo. And you came to me and you said, Angel, I want to speak on more stages. I have a message, I have a calling. And you and I, since that day, have locked arms. We have both felt God's calling on your journey. And we have honored that. We have listened to that. The doors and the opportunities that have opened have been just so amazing. So I'm almost like a grandma hen today, right? Because as you are launching all these fabulous new producers into the world, like the ripple effect that we have on somebody else's life when we show up not necessarily knowing all the how, but we can't not show up, right? Like I'm meant to do this. I can't not share my message with the world. And every one of your producers has a bigger message, and they needed that bigger platform. And here comes the Zondra TV network, creating the most amazing distribution and platform and opening up so many doors for the world. And yeah, we just get to celebrate this success and this journey and hear from all of your producers today.
Yes, excited.
All right, so we do have a nice agenda coming forward, and I do see that our keynote presenter is on. But anything we want to say before we jump into all of the, formal festivities?
Yeah, Angel, I was thinking, I said, we do have an agenda, and I didn't put myself on at the beginning, but I really want to be at the beginning and a little bit at the end as well. I am so grateful. And so I want each of you to know that I'm grateful for you, and that while this was an incubator created really because God told me, I still remember the day that I was in Atlanta and God spoke to me, and I called Angel and said, Angel, I just heard a voice that said, I need to build an incubator. And Angel's response was, well, then let's go build it. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I did, still not knowing. It's one thing to know what you're doing. It's another thing to walk in faith and not know. Like, you just don't know, you just hear. But had I not been obedient and faithful, then we wouldn't have the success that we have today in, Zondra TV Network. And then just to pile on even more, we're already in the second season where we've got 13 producers and we're stretching out to the Bahamas. So how I could not ask for more. And so now we're planning season 3 of the incubator. It just continues to go on because people are coming, understanding that they have a global message, and the incubator and the design of that was definitely sent from God on high. And I give him all the glory for that. But you guys have been wonderful to train and mentor. And while you think it's one-sided, it's not. I've learned something from each and every one of you that I will cherish the rest of my life. So thank you for allowing me to lead you down the path of this thing called streaming TV.
It's beautiful. And we've all, this was these last couple of years, so many of us walking in faith, taking that next step, trusting each other, and recognizing that the doors that were opening were, streaming TV. Who knew, right? Who knew that it was going to be this incredible platform? Even when Tina and I started the Angel and Tina Morning Show, we thought, let's just turn the camera on for a couple of weeks and connect with the audience, stay socially connected, even though we were socially distanced. And then, of course, as the Zondra platform grew, we got to be one of those first shows that was being produced on the Zondra TV network.
One of our first shows, how dark the lighting was, how it was just so different now, right? Everything was just so different. The lighting was darker. You just grow and you kind of go with it, right? And you go with the flow. And everybody learned that word pivot last year. And we all had to pivot to online, and this is the new way. This is the new way of streaming now. And with all the 8 different platforms that Zondra TV Network is on now, it is overwhelming when I tell people how many potential people we can reach. It is amazing what she has done for all of you, for us. Like Angel says, we are so grateful that she's not only our sponsor, our producer, but also our friend, that we can, co-host this special edition of the Angel and Tina Morning Show.
Well, we have a fabulous presenter, our keynote presenter today, Amelia Antonetti. Amelia, are you ready? You are. She's a highly sought after human behavior and conflict resolution expert and interim C-suite executive. She's helped companies innovate, manage turnarounds, and set strategies for some of the most high-profile clients in music, sports, and entertainment industries. Her national popularity spans a series of successes, from selling her first company in the late 80s to successfully founding Soapworks, one of the fastest growing privately owned household product companies in North America. She eventually sold the company to a leading consumer packaged good companies with annual sales of over $200 million. She's worked with businesses such as Sharper Image, George Foreman Grill, Yummy Fashion, Cold Stone Creamery, Kitty Gym, Entrepreneur Elevator Pitch, and more, QVC Roadshow, NBC All-Stars. The list is long. She's worked on the foundational implementations of IBM Watson and blockchain in the healthcare, marijuana, precious gems, and crypto industries. She's developed new revenue streams for celebrities such as Mike Tyson, Montel Williams, and Billy Mays. She has recently served as Chief Digital Strategist and CMO for Steve Harvey and his business interests. Through her career, she has managed over 49,000 people in the USA and around the globe. Her ability to maximize human capital beyond biases, to focus on the holistic abilities of people from baby boomers, Gen X, Y, and Z, and the fast approaching Generation Alpha, unites people with advanced technologies, setting up organizations to succeed from within, using their greatest asset, their people. Her in the trenches experience, deep insights on the impact of the digital and virtual revolution, and her work ethic make her an invaluable asset to those who want to succeed in today's fast, competitive landscape. Amelia Antonetti, welcome. We're so excited to have you as our presenter today.
Thank you. Thank you. Anywhere Zondra goes, I'll follow. Even from vacation, I'm like, no problem. When Zondra asked me to think about how to be courageously intentional, right? How to do that as you guys move out. And that's, I think, something that I have to do every time I start a business, every time I sell a business. I have to think about what is its intention and how do I find the courage to lead the teams through all the ups and downs, the bounce factors, what I talk about. And so I wanted to leave you guys with a couple of really good knowledge nuggets that I have to remind myself on a daily basis, right? Because it gets very noisy when you're building and creating anything. It's the noise that distracts us. And so just to kind of put it in, again, I'm a data junkie, right? So I'm a tech data geek. So just forgive me, because I always like to refer to science and facts. If you take a look at the data from the Gallup poll, 87% of people are unhappy, 87%. 52% say they hate their jobs, and 17% say they willfully not only hate their jobs, but try to like self-sabotage it. And so my first knowledge nugget to you is don't ask directions from somebody who's lost. And that is what happens. People give their opinion. They make a lot of noise. They tell us all the reasons why we should not be doing what it is that we're doing and how it's not going to work and how it's going to fail. It's just like what Zondra was saying, she walks in faith, right? Because if she listened to the noise, she wouldn't get out of bed in the morning, right? And don't let people, especially as you guys become more popular on your endeavors, right? More in the media, get more attention. Everybody's got something to say. And those are the people that are normally lost and unhappy. So don't listen to them. You need to listen to people that are living the life that you aspire to. That becomes the difference of whether you pay attention or not, which is my second little kind of knowledge nugget, which is advice is worth a dime. I'm never going to give you my advice. Advice is useless. Nobody knows what they would do in your shoes. They don't. But your experience is what's worth millions. I can share with you my experience on the road that I chose. I don't know what happened on the other side. If I made a right turn, I only know the information on that right turn. Everything else about the left option, right, is guesswork, right? It's useless. So stay in the lane of having people share their experience with you, right? I can say, here's my experience of running. Now it's 53,000 employees building. I've done a dozen companies. I've done 8 successful exits. I can share the experience of what happened during each of those phases, where I fell down, where I had to get back up, where it was difficult, or where it was self-development work, whether it was external or internal. I can share my experience. And then from that, you take what works from you, right? But my blueprint isn't your blueprint, right? And so taking in the experience from those around you and your colleagues is what's going to help you take the direction. My next little knowledge nugget is you're never ready, right? You're never ready to get married. You're never ready to have a baby. You're never ready for them to leave home. You're never ready to start a business. You're never ready for anything. So the difference between success and failure, one of the big keys to that is people wait trying to be ready, trying to perfect this plan. You really only need to take 3 steps, and the world's going to give you information. You're going to analyze it, you're going to pivot, and you're going to move again. You don't need a year, 2-year, 5-year plan, because that's never what happens. Make a plan, watch God laugh, right? And so you need the momentum to keep moving. You need to surround yourself with people who keep you moving. Even if you got to go backwards in order to go forwards, it's the momentum. It's hard to start from a stop position. So keep moving every day, even the days that you go, I don't think I can do it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And you need to call your colleagues to say, get up off your butt and keep going. And the information will keep coming, and you'll get better, and you will pivot. My next big little piece here is, I hear this thing about enough. Am I enough? Am I worthy? You're enough for where you are. So where you are right now, you have all of the skills and everything that you need for where you are at this moment. If you want to move, if you want to grow, if you want to scale, you've got to get uncomfortable, start behaving as where you're going, and then lean into it. It's not the opposite way. People think something happens and then I'm going to change. No, you change, you adopt behaviors of successful people, and then you move yourself into it. So you're enough for where you are. If you want more, then you need to be more in order to get to that next level, if that makes any sense. What I would love to do is I will open up to any questions, anything that you have. I am a complete open book. You can ask me anything and everything. I'm really here to serve you, and really excited about the journey that you guys are about ready to take.
Wow. I don't know about you guys, but I just got a bunch of nuggets. If you guys have any questions, just raise your hand and I will unmute you. Any questions? Any questions? I'm looking through the...
People always get so nervous about the questions. There is no bad question.
No, we have a bunch.
Saying, how is the weather over there in Costa Rica? It's looking great.
77 and beautiful. We're opening an office here, Zondra, so come on over.
I have a question, Angel. It's Lisa.
All right, Lisa, go ahead.
Hey, I'm sorry, my camera's, for some reason, I can't get it to start, but so lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you. I have a question about, I am a very, very new entrepreneur, and my husband, bless his heart, he adores me, doesn't quite get what I'm trying to accomplish. And I'm just curious what advice you might have for people in relationships where you know where you're going and you think you're trying to communicate it and you know, bring your partner along, but it doesn't always seem to be getting the message across. And how do you keep going and yet also honor your relationship and your family and all that good stuff?
Actually, it's an excellent question. And it's not just husbands and wives, it's your mothers, your fathers, your siblings, your best friends, right? People have known you forever.
Oh, my whole world does not understand me right now, except for these beautiful people and you now.
Right. And the reason for that,
how many of us can relate to that though? Yes. Give her some love. Yes.
Yep. And the reason for that is fear. Okay. People don't want you to change, because right now you serve them in their life. They rely on you for whatever it is. And they're fearful that if you change who you are, it puts the relationship that you have at jeopardy. And so that's why people want to hold you down, because they're like, listen, you're good enough just the way you are. Stop dreaming big, just play small, because that's the way I like you. And I don't want anything to change. And that is most people. Remember, I just said to you in the Gallup poll, 87% of people are unhappy, right? They live an average, okay life. You ask somebody how they are, they go, I'm okay. Who wants to live an okay life, right? We were born and we were designed by God to live an extraordinary life, right? Your goals should be to be extraordinary, not okay. But most people are complacent with average. And so you're saying to your husband and the people around you, I no longer want to be average. I want to follow my internal compass and I want to be more. And they're saying, don't. I'm afraid. I'm afraid for you because if you become more, then I'm going to be less. And that is baggage on their side, not yours. Do not pick up and carry other people's baggage. The right answer for your husband is to say, listen, I don't completely understand what you're doing, but I love you. And I'm going to do my own work so that I can develop along with you. And you have to stay the course to realize he may or he may not, but either choice is his choice. You can open the door, you can invite him, you can support him, you can share the things that you are doing, and you can invite him along on the journey, but the choice to go on the journey is his. And you will attract more and more people who want you not to just be who you are, they want you to become all your fullest potential. And you will surround yourself with more and more and more people. I mean, part of the reason why Zondra and I are friends is because I see her full potential. She sees my full potential, right? And we feed upon on that. We share ideas, right? We share knowledge because we both want to succeed and get to the finish line because it's more fun when you're surrounded by people that you love and you respect. And you just have to release the energy that it's your responsibility to develop him. Your responsibility is to develop yourself, to be the best version of you that you were put here by God to do. And that is between you and your maker. What he does, all you can do is open the door and extend the invitation. Does that help?
I don't know about you, but that helped me.
Oh my gosh, that was, yes, exactly. Thank you so much.
All right, next question from Andrea.
Oh, got this.
Mom, do you want this hearing?
Not running.
Somebody. This is Zondra. We need you muted, darling.
There's a bunch of bags.
Okay, I just muted Lachelle. Okay, so you guys were raising your hands. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Andrea Crum.
Okay, Andrea and then Lori.
Yep.
Okay.
Hello, I love all of this and these nuggets. So thank you so much. And I'm just fully energized over here already, and I haven't even had coffee, so that's exciting. I wanted to ask you, because you were talking about experiences worth millions, right? So what is your experience? I'd love to hear some of your experiences of becoming the more than enough, right? When you were leaning into what does it look like to kind of behave the way you want to go or where you want to get to. So I'd love to hear some of your experiences.
Yeah. And it's hard, right? That's what makes it hard. Right. So, it's just, I don't know about you people, but like I gained 45 pounds during COVID, right? I just did because I had a freaking party, right? I mean, I ate, I drank, I just was living large, right? And so now what I have to do is I have to eat and adopt the habits for the weight that works better for me than where I currently are, right? So I've got to eat those calories. I've got to adopt the behaviors, and then my body will change based on that behavior, right? So if I eat and drink the way I have been, then this is what you get. And then if I adopt different behaviors, then my body will morph. Well, the same thing happens with your brain and neuroscience, right? So as you adopt successful behaviors, successful mindsets, then you automatically then shift, right? So for example, I always say the success formula is 50, 25, 25. 50% of success is in the thinking. 25% is in the planning, and 25% is in the execution. What you will find is that most people get an idea and they go right to action. They don't think through that thought. If you study successful habits of wealthy people, so the Warren Buffetts of the world, the Tyler Perrys of the world, Oprah Winfrey, right? Larry King, they spend 50% of their time thinking. How much time do you spend in a day thinking? Maybe an hour at most, right? And so if you don't expand that thinking, then your planning is faulty. And then your execution. So just think about it. Most people have an idea and they execute. That means 75% of the success formula are not in practice. It's called spray and pray. They try something, it doesn't work. They try something that doesn't work. They try something that doesn't work. They never say and go, hey, listen, I really want to brainstorm, right? So like Zondra and I get together and we brainstorm. Hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing. This is what I think this is where I think there's an opportunity. This is how it's going to serve people. This is the energy I believe in what I'm putting in there. This is we go back and forth. We're thinking out loud, right? So your thinking is only as good as the weakest person in the group, right? And so you need to expand that thinking so that people make you uncomfortable for you to go, man, I don't know if I like her. I don't know if I like what she said. Well, the reason why you don't like what you said is because now you're really thinking and noodling on it to see if it works for you or not. And you've got to put yourself in those intentional situations in order to expand. That's what mastermind groups are about. That's what focus groups are about. That's what forums are about. This community you have right now is for you to share ideas amongst each other so that you're always thinking what's coming next, what's the next trends, what does that mean for me? And so that's what I mean by adopting the next level of skill sets. I mean, as you guys start to hire people, you're going to get a whole other mess of bag of tricks, right? Because you're going to try to hire people that you like, and those are going to be the first people you're going to have to fire, right? Instead of hiring somebody that actually has a skill that works on what you're doing, right? I mean, that's part of what the Genius Key is. The Genius Key is a huge tool that we've created for business owners so that they know who goes into what slot and why, and how that creates scale. So I never have to hire somebody like me. I need to hire the opposite of me. Well, the opposite of me, I don't like that person, right? But I have to get myself uncomfortable in order for me to get to that next level. Does that help?
It's fantastic. Thank you. I love it.
Great question, Andrea. Lori.
There we go. Working off the laptop today, so it's a little different. I just wanted to say thank you for sharing a lot of the nuggets, and I align myself so much with what you're speaking, and it is just with what is my message as well. And I want to thank you for being another loud voice in this world that needs to get this message out there, because this is what people are dying to hear right now.
It's so not very popular though. It's not popular, right? Because
no, it is not.
I hear all the time, I'm a woman, I'm not feminine enough, I'm not soft enough, I'm all the things that I'm not enough, because it makes people uncomfortable. My resume makes people uncomfortable. Right? Me being, I'm a matter of fact straight. Like I'll tell you straight like it is. And people go, oh, that makes me uncomfortable. That's all on their side. My journey is to speak the truth and to lead the way, and for you to take what works for you. It doesn't mean you have to like me. It doesn't even mean you have to agree with me, but you respect the fact that I've done it continually. Oh, I've been around for 35 years. You don't stay in the game this long unless you're very good at what you do.
Exactly. And I want to ask this not only for myself, but I know our producers here and other people listening. How can we follow you and the words of wisdom that you're doing to also elevate us on our journey? And those days where we are saying, oh my gosh, I'm not enough, or where's this path I keep looking for right now? How can we follow you to be able to get those nuggets of wisdom forward?
Awesome. Well, that's great. Well, I love the support. You know what I'm saying? I love the support because it allows me to know if I'm having the impact that I intend. I have the biggest heart in the world. And so I do everything with love, right? Yeah. I never intentionally hurt anybody in my life. But if I do, I'm the first one to take full responsibility, apologize, and show up differently going forward. I don't just apologize and just say, I'm sorry. I say, I'm sorry, and here's what I'm going to be doing differently so that I don't make the mistake again. And so as far as following me, you can follow in all of the social handles. If you're interested in Genius Key, we have geniuskey.com/Zondra. You can go right into that. We have that right for her community. And I'm a huge supporter of Zondra. I'm literally like a sister from another mother. So where she goes, I go. So when she has events and she has get together, I will always, I believe in her. I believe on what she's doing. I love the energy she puts into the world. So, you know, you can catch her and I talking on Clubhouse. You know, I'm on Breakfast with Champions almost every day. I'm on Talk to Me Tuesday, which I call it Taco Tuesday. I'm in with the likable community. So I try to make myself as accessible as possible to people. I mean, if you, again, Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. I'm actually answering back. If you've got a question, I will absolutely engage, because we are a village, right? We have to all help and escalate and lift each other up, because there's so many on the other side who would rather do nothing, right? Most of the world is waiting for some horse to show up at their front door and rescue them from their lies and yada, yada, yada. Well, that doesn't happen, right? You know, if whatever your belief system is, I mean, whatever your, whether you follow the Bible or the Torah, it all says, you know, God helps those who help themselves, which means you have to put the sweat into it, right? You've got to work, you got to show up. And most people don't even show up. They literally don't. I say it all the time. Talk to me on whatever. People don't do it. They don't do it, right? I'm there. I will always do the work. So I'll meet you halfway every time.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Oh my goodness.
Is that Lachelle? Lachelle?
Yes,
Hello?
I'm sorry about the background noise. I'm not at home. We had a death in the family, so it's kind of crazy. But my question is how you're able to balance the new things that come up and maintain your discipline. So like Clubhouse, for example, you know, you and I were able to connect there, but you know, how do you manage that? Because there's always something new that comes out, and maintaining it in such a way that you're able to continue to be a better version of yourself in spite of juggling all those things.
That's a great question. And I love Supermom. She's awesome. You know, it's discipline. It's like anything else. It's discipline, right? And so people are distracted by the shiny new thing, right? Right now, like every question I got so far, people want to ask me about crypto. And I'm like, listen, you don't even know what's going on in your own backyard. You want to start talking about crypto? I mean, really, stay in your lane. Be good at your topic, right? You need to be the best person, overachiever to the nth degree in your area. And so for me, so for like Clubhouse, I am a very almost too much regimented individual. I do 1 hour of Clubhouse per day. That's it. I don't suffer from FOMO at all, right? And so I always are in far trends, and I will explore, and I'm a high 9 fact finder. I do research on what's happening, what's going on. But then I'm very disciplined in my own plan, what I'm here to do, that internal compass, what my plan is and how I'm going to execute it. And I charge forward with a force like you. I'm relentless on my way to success. And so I don't get distracted with, I got to be in all these rooms, I got to hear whatever. I honestly believe that the people that need to be in my life, God will put them, bam, right in front of me, right when I need them. I met Zondra exactly when I was supposed to meet her, not the day before, not the day after, right? And because we're energetically have the same belief system, right? We're very different businesses, right? But we have the same beliefs, values, type of vibration, right? Together. And so we'll be in each other's life for a lifetime. And so you'll meet the people if you put yourself out there, but what they're going to first look at is if you're doing the work. So even if you meet the person on Clubhouse, but they do not see evidence that you are in the game, rolling up the sleeves, they'll pass you by, right? Because we look for evidence, right? So Zondra and I have the same work ethic, right? I text her, she texts me back. I'm like, I know it's early. She's like, I'm up. I know it's late. I'm still here, right? She's on it. And so success leaves clues. Successful people can recognize successful people. And we also can tell you the ones that will never, ever show up. They just don't show up. They talk a big game, and then you email them, and then a week goes by before you get a response. See, that's not me. You can't keep my pace, right? So I say what I do, and I do what I say consistently over and over again. Anybody who knows me will tell you I show up the same way personally as I do professionally. Same girl.
Love it.
Okay.
All right. Who else has another question for Amelia?
Dr. Brenda.
Yes. Tell me your experience and how you go about if you've outgrown some of your team members that you put in place and they're not functioning at the level that you need them to function. How do you change or get rid of them or move them on?
Yeah. So, and that's a great question too. And I have to face it all the time, right? Because you are going to outgrow not just team members, but you're going to outgrow your personal relationships, your friendships, right? You're just going to move on to a different level, and you're not going to be talking about Tupperware parties or whatever, right? You're just going to be a different interest in your life. And so you're going to outgrow people. And so here's what I've learned about employing a lot of people. When you push somebody farther than they can show up, you make them feel bad. And so when you remove people from your team because you're like, listen, this is where I'm going, and that I don't foresee that that is interesting to you. I don't think it feels good to you. I don't feel like you're happy. I'm not happy. You're not happy, right? And so when you let them go, you're allowing them to go to an opportunity that actually does serve them. And so when I remove people, I try to give them an opportunity that I also think may be good for them, right? So I'm just going to give you an example. This is not a real one, right? But if I have people on my team that are not going to go the next distance because my company is growing very quickly, I may say, hey, listen, Zondra's company is right at the level that we are leaving, right? So let's pretend she's doing 3 million and we're getting ready to do 50 million. And maybe that would be a better fit for you because you're really good at that 3 million mark, but you're not ready for the 50. So you can give other opportunities to people that aren't working for you, but maybe a great team member for somebody else if you want to take it that far. Or you can just say for them, it's not working. So where we're going to go over the next 12 weeks just isn't a right fit. I'll give you a great recommendation. I will help you any way that I can, but it's time for us to part ways. I do the same thing in my personal relationships. Every year on my birthday, I go through my Rolodex. That's how old I am, right? I go through all of my contacts and I take a look at what they are bringing value to me and what value I'm bringing to them, right? Because the infinity loop is very important for me, giving and taking. I never want you to keep me in your life if I'm holding you down. I never want you to keep me in your life if I'm not serving you. It is perfectly okay for you to go, hey, listen, Amelia, probably not going to be doing what you're doing, right? But if you need me, I'm going to be there. I do the same thing, right? I've got a bunch of friends now that are having brand new babies. Like I have 4 kids, 3 out, 1 to go. I'm over the baby phase. I'm done. So I'm like, listen, I love that you guys are all having babies. God bless you. I wish you well, but I'm just going to let you know we're probably not going to be hanging out because it's just not my vibe right now. I'll send gifts, I'll do whatever, but we're probably not getting together with dinner with a bunch of 1 and 2 years olds hanging around because I've already done that phase. I want different types of things right now. No judgment on anybody, but this way it's spoken out loud. They don't have to go, I wonder if Amelia's angry with me. No, I'm not angry. It's just not what I want to do right now, right? That's not who I'm inviting on vacation. Like we're on vacation right now. We don't have any little kids here because none of these friends have little kids. We all have teenager and college age kids. Again, not a judgment, but it sets a clear intention and it allows people not to fill in the blank wondering if there's something wrong. But I will tell you, for all of my friendships that I've had 30-year, 40-year relationships with people, if I'm always everybody's first call. I'm everybody's first call, even if I haven't talked to them in years, because they know I will show up, checkbook in hands, how can I help you? No questions asked. So that is what you have to do as you transition into that, is let people know, because when they fail you, they feel bad. So the people that you've outgrown, they already know they're outgrowing you, and they're bitter and they're angry and they're resentful that they can't do what you asked them to do. So you're helping them by moving them somewhere else.
Fabulous. Great advice. Thank you. Great information.
Thank you.
That was a mic drop moment, right? That was a mic drop moment. All right. Any other questions? Look, she has her little heart. Any other questions? Amelia, I completely resonated with what you just said. Like, you gotta change your circles sometimes. I just had to change my circle a couple years ago, and now I feel like I'm about to change it again, because you got people with little kids. You don't want to hang out with people with little kids. You love them. Whatever you need, I'm there. But I don't want to hang out with people with little kids. And
it's hard, right? It's hard on them because they're trying to keep their kids quiet and this, whatever.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Why do that for somebody? So it's really effective, clear communication to say there's nothing wrong, but here's where I'm going. Here's the lifestyle that I'm designing for myself. Don't apologize for. I always say no ends with a period. That is something, when I look at the difference between men and women, if you ask a guy, do you want to go out on Friday? He goes, no. That's it. No. Women go, no, because I got to pick up the kids.
Yes, I got this.
No ends with a period. You do not need to explain yourself. When you explain yourself, you are giving away your power.
Yeah.
Right? When you explain to an employee why you want something done. No, this is what I want. Be clear on what you want, right? And the desired outcome of the project, but you don't have to emotionally explain why you're asking. And this is where we devalue ourselves as women all the time by over-explaining, right? Trying to justify what we're asking for. Men just don't do that. They don't. They state what they state. They mean what they say, and that's it. Are you hungry? No. Do you want a pancake? Do you want this? He's like, no, 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 no. He meant no the first time. No, not hungry.
I'll let you know when I am, though.
Exactly. Exactly.
Amelia, I have a question for you because we are all trying to get it all done. What's a typical workday look like for you?
Well, probably not what you would want to hear, right? So first and foremost, I do not believe in the word balance. I think somebody made that word up, and I don't think people have taken the time to actually look up the definition. The definition of balance means stagnant. Why would any of us want to be stagnant, right? The correct terminology is ebb and flow, right? To live with the laws of nature in ebb and flow. As women, we absolutely are designed for ebb and flow. And so I follow the Genius Key methodologies. We're very key on setting what those priorities are, what those buckets look like, all the tasks that go inside of them. And I'm working on those things that I've designed as my priority. I visually, auditory, and kinesthetic have them all around my life. And I make sure that I fill those buckets every day. So I know every day my 5 things are poured into a little bit every day. Now I may pour more into one on one day and more into another day, but I do not get distracted with trying to be all things to all people. I mean, most people, I will tell you, if they list out their priorities, they got 8, 9, 10, 11 priorities. It's not possible, right? Very successful people focus on one thing that they're going to accomplish during that day. One, which means the other buckets don't get filled up. And so I've just created a process of 5. I think it's realistic. It allows me to be, a good partner and a mother and whatever. And I know that they're filled every day. But I'm okay with the things that fall. I'm okay that maybe my house isn't as clean as I would like it to be, right? I don't have labels on my things like I would like it. I love labels, right? I don't have my towels labeled. I don't have the spring cleaning done. I'm probably not making jam. Like there's all kinds of things that I would like to do, but it's not in my current focus. So it's okay for me to release that energy of want to be all things, right? So you can be great at one thing. I'm a great strategist. I mean, I'm great. Now, I'm a good partner. I'm a okay, maybe good mom, right? And so I wrote my headstone, and I always tell people on my team and my vendors to write their headstone. So when you know the last 4 or 5 words that people are going to say about you, and you agree that those are your last 4 or 5 words, it makes everything else yes and no very easy, right? So when I walked the cemetery and I was like, what are people going to say about me? Extraordinary wife. No, I'm not getting that one, right? Phenomenal mother. No, not getting that one either, right? And so I had to think about, what do I want people to say? And so I made my headstone. It's in my office, and it said, she made a difference. That is what the consensus of people are going to say about me, is that I do make a difference. Whether you like me or you don't like me, I will impact your life. And that is okay by me. I believe that that is what God put me here to do, was to make a difference, to make those shifts and make those changes. Every business that I have built and or sold and or exited or grew, I did because it made the world a better place, right? Bringing human and earth friendly, what we're doing with Genius Key to create opportunities for everybody by removing all biases. You don't know who anybody is. It completely changes the playing field. A lot of companies hate us, and a lot of companies think we're the best thing that ever happened. And so I'm okay with that kind of energy, but to walk as I do each and every day, A, it's exhausting, and B, there's a lot of things I can't do. So I try to get up early in the morning before the house wakes up. That is my time to meditate and revisit my top 2 or 3 priorities that need to get done for that day. Again, I fill all 5, but there's always something that has to get done. And I'm like, yep, I'm clear that this is what I'm going to get done today. And so creating that mindset in the morning before I turn on any noise, any phone, anything, just kind of get right with myself, get right with the universe, make sure that I'm on track. Those couple of hours work really well for me. I never miss meditation. I'm not a good person if I don't meditate. And I always close my night with gratitude, all the things that I am grateful for. If you are not grateful for what you have, you will lose it. So if you're not grateful for your relationship, it'll be gone. If you're not grateful for the kids, they'll be gone. If you're not grateful for your health, it'll be gone. If you're not grateful for what you have right here, right now, you put it at jeopardy, you put it at risk. And so I make a very long list at night of all the things that I am so grateful for. I'm grateful for my network and for my relationships and the new people that are coming into my life, the old people who've been in my life forever. I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for my partnership. I'm thankful that I can travel, that you know, I'm here. I am so grateful for every single human connection that I have in my life, because the universal reset showed me how much I value my relationships and the people, and that when you take them away from me, I'm just not a good Amelia. And so that is what keeps me in ebb and flow. I do first thing in the morning, and the last thing I do at night are the bookends that create those experiences. So opening up and setting the day and closing the day with gratitude, I have found for 35 years it has done very well for me.
You were speaking.
Oh, Amelia, you're speaking my language as gratitude specialist herself. Amelia, how can everybody is blowing up my phone? Comment. How can people get a hold of you? How can they get more information on you?
Yep.
You are please, like dropping nuggets left and right here.
So please, we set up a special link for Zondra. So please go to geniuskey.com/Zondra. Right. It's going to bring you into some of our work that we do. It's going to talk about energy and vibration. It'll introduce you to the Genius Key, what it is and how do you use it in your business, how to use it for scale. So it'll give you a little bit of that. And then follow me on Instagram. You know what I mean? I'm on Instagram all the time, and I'm chit-chatting back and forth, and I try to always post what's going on in my day and why that matters. Like those knowledge nuggets. Like if you just read some of my last posts, it'll tell you what I'm thinking about and the impact that I think that knowledge nugget does. And then, you know, and you also can see the comments. Some people agree with what I have to say and some people don't agree with what I say. And I welcome all of it. I mean, all of it. Supermom and I talk in Clubhouse all the time, you know, so her and I are always chit-chatting. So you can absolutely get a hold of me. But if you want to, you know, help us on our mission to bring opportunities to all people, to change the infrastructure of the people operating system for business, please support the Genius Key, because it will be the game changer that's going to pivot on how businesses are built.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say final words of wisdom and, you know, wrap up, but you are just like you're a media, like little truth bomb, little mic drops, like over and over again. And I know everybody's taking those notes, and we're loving you, Amelia. This has been dynamite. Any last words of closing remarks?
You know what? Find your tribe. Just find your tribe and know that your tribe is not going to look like what you think it's going to look like. Come on. Right. I mean, I say it all of the time. Yeah. You know, when life really kicks you in the shorts, the people you think are going to show up don't. And the people that you never dreamed would show up do. So don't get so rooted in your head of what your tribe is going to look like, because it won't. It's going to come in different sizes and different packages and different religions and different everything, because you're on a karmic energy to do good and put a lot of stuff out in the world that's missing, right? And so that's why you guys exist, right? You're creating content that needs to be out there. So you need to collaborate with your tribe, with the other people that are trying to put this content in work, which is going to let a lot of people find it so that they live an easier life than we did, right? I mean, when I started, when Mariah Carey came out, it was the first time I realized who the hell I was, because there wasn't, right? There was Black families and then there was white families. And I'm like, well, what the hell are we, right? Like, where do I go? Like, I'm stuck in the middle. So, you know, every time you create a piece of content, somebody is listening. Somebody is tuned in. You may not know it, but it may be the one thing that changes the trajectory of somebody else's life. That's why I say with the Genius Key, everything matters. Everything matters. My most despised phrase is that when somebody says it doesn't matter. Absolutely, it matters. We all matter. And we have to really, really hold those people close to us as be open, connect, and just really serve people. to your fullest ability. I mean, that is when you serve, man, the world will serve you back.
Oh,
That's me.
So,
Zoom love.
I mean, so much Zoom love. Amelia, oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you for just the amazing nuggets that you have shared today. Thank you for being my friend, my sister. I know that I can always call on you, and you know you can always call on me, and we're going to be doing some great work together here soon in the studio.
Always, you're my soul sister. Always. You got my whole soul, Zondra. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you so much. Enjoy Costa Rica.
I will. You'll be here with us soon.
Oh, you better know it, sister.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Wow.
oh, what a fabulous just inspiration for all the work that we've all been putting through, where we are going. Of course, most of us our families have no clue how to support us, what this means, why are we doing what we're doing when we could just be, doing something different than we've ever done. And here, Zondra, here you are leading the way. It is graduation day. So talk a little bit about the incubator, about these producers, and let's, have them, move their tassels over.
with our fake, she says,
I'm so full right now. I mean, it's hard to talk about this because I'm so full inside. I just feel like truly blessed, and I'm so humbled by the experience. Most people wouldn't, in the midst of a pandemic, step out in faith, because I feel like all of y'all stepped out in faith. I was already walking a faith walk, but you all took the leap of faith, believing that streaming technology was the way to go, and not maybe really knowing it, but kind of believing it. You took that risk. You took that leap of faith. And so it's really not about me. It's more about you, and how I honor you for taking that leap of faith, because I promise you, and I will continue to promise you, that streaming technology is the way that people will ingest information. And whether I'm not here, dead and gone, I'm just saying you have to be in streaming. And I still feel strongly about that. But I can remember when I was first talking about it, really 4 years ago. Angel, you said 3, it's really been 4 years. Like, I've been dabbling around with this thing. It wasn't what it was, but at the end of the day, 4 years ago, people were looking at me like a deer in headlights, like I should go get a job. And I was like, no, this is real. People are going to look on their cell phone. They're going to be watching TV. And so here we are. It's miraculous. That's all I can say. I feel like that I am, this is a supernatural experience. I feel like that I wouldn't want to take it with anybody else other than the people on this Zoom. Just amazing. That's all I can say. It's amazing. And I'm just humbled by it. I love all of y'all. So,
and I know that you are, Zondra, when we set the goal, during a pandemic, and how are we going to do this? And she's, we've all set business goals, right? And trying to be realistic, but yet dream a little big, like push ourselves, but not set ourselves up for failure. We want to hit it.
And she only hit it. She jumped over it.
She said 5 in the beginning, and then her first 5, but it was just this snowball, and then 6 and 7 and 8, and got it up to over 12. And of course, 12 is such a spiritual number, right? It's God breathed, and we knew, right? She just and success trumps fear. And so here is, here's a whole group of people who are traveling into, uncharted waters, but because you're doing it together, and because you had faith, it wasn't so scary. And every time you went around the bend and a new opportunity showed up, it was just more affirmation and confirmation that you were on the right path. And the types of stories, the types of shows these producers wanted to produce, there isn't a platform that is set up for these types of shows, this positivity, this goodness, this faithfulness. There's a lot of smut, out there in the world. And
like every one of these shows are completely different, but so needed, needed. And, a lot of them are women oriented shows. And I absolutely love that. But the stories that we hear from trials to triumph, all of the stories that we always constantly hear from trials to triumph.
Yeah. Excited.
All
That's
right.
all I can say is excited. I'm just excited. I think it's amazing. And like I said, I wouldn't want to take the journey without the people that are on this Zoom. You all mean the world to me. And then just to know that we're in season 2, of the incubator, and we've got another 13, and that we have a peer support team in place. And, I saw Dave on here, and Dave, you have been an amazing producer over the last years of getting us to where we are today. And, we have a new infrastructure and just a lot of new things. And all of you guys were instrumental in that. I don't want y'all to think this is the Zondra show. This really is not the Zondra show. It's really y'all's Blue Rose moment, because you actually, if you didn't know, coming into this incubator was your Blue Rose moment. And because it was the thing that made look even impossible. And what am I doing? I'm gonna be on TV. Now, what time do they see me? And I'm going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you kind of looking at me and, like, are you serious? Yes, this is how streaming works. So just to understand that, and to be where you are today. And so many of you have just, you're soaring, Fanny, you're an international ambassador at this point, and been in international magazines and being asked internationally to speak now. Dr. Brenda and her international ministry, and look at Lori Dixon, who's not only, on this network, but have been on, Bravo, and just it's like endless. And we've got some other things that are brewing. So it's amazing. Thank y'all.
Well, the producers that we have with us today, of course, we don't have the entire lineup of producers, but we do have several of them on this graduation ceremony today, and we want to hear from them. We have Lori Dixon, Lachelle Adkins, Sister Soldier, Dr. Brenda Stratton, Avis Carter, Michelle Faust, Andrea Crum, Ruth Marquez, and Fanny Minute. So are we ready to let them walk across the stage?
Yeah,
can I say something real quick?
Dave.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
I'm gonna actually have to head up to the studio here in a few minutes, but I just wanted to tell all of y'all what a privilege it is to get to work with you guys. Some of you have been able to work, hand in hand with. Literally, getting you positioned in the chair and making sure that the camera is perfect, and helping you develop, say, an intro to your show or something like that. And that's it's really neat. The most recent one that I did was working with Avis, and it was so neat to see her coming in into a new situation for her, doing a show, and watching her over the course of a couple of days of shooting the episodes of her show go from I'm unsure of myself and what I'm doing to I have full confidence, and just watching it refine at every single time. And I get to do that with so many of y'all. And it's just a privilege. It's so great. I've watched you all grow from episode 1 to the most recent ones that you've had. Those of you that are producing the content on your own, thank you for letting me speak into you and give you some tips and tricks and helping you refine and all that. It's just a privilege. I enjoy working with y'all, and I'm looking so forward to many more years of working with you guys.
Yeah.
Dave,
Thank you, Dave.
What is your role with the Zondra TV network?
I don't know, Zondra, what's my role?
He knows what his role is. He's producer. He's the lead producer on the show. He's the lead producer for, started out with very humble with 2 shows, right? Fireside Chat and Real Biz Talk. And now we just have a plethora of shows. So he produces for us.
Yeah, I get to do that and do a lot of the shoots and the editing and kind of come up with the look and the feel and the energy of the show, help
Yeah.
you guys develop the energy of the show and stuff. So I have my fingers in a whole lot of stuff, and like I said, it's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy working with y'all, and I love seeing y'all's progress.
Yay. Hey, hey.
All
Yay,
right,
Dave. Thank
amazing.
you so much.
You bet.
All right. So should we bring up your producers, Zondra?
Sure.
All right. Lori Dixon, you are on deck. Where is she? Let's find
I
her.
got her.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm here. I am in snowy Colorado right now. So I just had to come on. There was no way we were going to miss this. So we made sure we could check out late and drive in the snow home, because there is no way that I wouldn't be standing here with Zondra and knowing the journey that we have been on. I have another member of our team on today as well. I want to recognize her, Eileen Mcdonald. Thank you for being on this journey too with us. I know some of our others, there she is, yay! I know some of our other teammates are watching over Facebook. The name of our show is Sobona, I See You. And it's definitely designed with that whole idea that even Amelia was talking about, with knowing how to make those deep connections and knowing who's your tribe and being able to speak truth into others. We've completed all 6 of our episodes. We started out last summer around July, and we had a blast being able to work with Dave and the team, and with Zondra's beautiful effort, and being in the incubator to make this come to fruition has just been such a blessed journey. I know I've grown in so many ways. I know giving information to our team, who also consists of Betsy Schroeder, who it's her birthday today. So shout out Betsy, happy birthday, my friend. Katrina Kuzniak, Eileen, as we said, and Erica Irvin was on with us this year too. And the 5 of us rocked it, just talking about the topics that matter and how to be able to be present in this world and how to be there and support each other. You know, our mission is, I see you. I see you where you are. And yes, you are enough. And I will say Zondra instilled a lot of that belief. I came on not even knowing what I was going to be doing with Zondra. I was there the day that we cut the ribbon. And yes, I may get a little emotional here too. She's definitely my soul sister. And I call her frequently and just send her love as much as possible. I was there the day that we cut those ribbons, and I knew that then there was something big that God had intended. I could feel it. I was covered from head to toe with goosebumps that entire time. I was honored to be a co-host, to start to get my feet wet with her on shows that she's already been producing. So what a beautiful way of testing that first step of knowing, was this something that we wanted to do? And then Zondra knew, she believed enough in me and in our team that we had created to be able to speak life into what we wanted to do. So we followed a lot of those footsteps, and things are in place, and all of that. I honor you today as well. And for all the other producers, we are sisters in this. We have been there for each other every single month of our incubator. I love you all dearly, and I'm so proud of what you've been able to create. And so thank you for honoring us today. So I'm moving my little tassel. Eileen can move hers too. And thank you for letting us say something today.
Thank you, Lori. That was beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank
All
you.
right. We have America's Supermom, Miss Lachelle Adkins. It looks like she was able to stick around for a few minutes. I know she's got to scooch off, but Hello, darling. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And let's see, I have a little thing. Bear with me with the background noise. This is just such a special honor. I see that my husband's on when he has his camera off. This is like life in the real life happening right now. He's in a different state. I'm somewhere else. Our kids are all over the place. So we want to recognize them in the picture. This is one of my kids waving. But I have the background. Hey, Jordan. But I just want to say that this has been such an honor. I was able to get connected with Zondra on another summit that we were a part of. And it was just her energy, the spirit of God is what I call, that really stuck out to me. And I reached out to her and was able to record a podcast. And from that podcast, the rest is history. She is such an inspiration to me. She has really helped me to level up, to recognize that we have a job to do. It's not about the excuses, because everybody has excuses, but it's about rising above the excuses. She even helped me with the title of the show that I have. So she continues to inspire me, and she's always saying, girl, I don't know how you do it on Clubhouse, but if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be on Clubhouse. Because she had a meeting and said, look, I want y'all to get on Clubhouse. We're gonna plan our room that we're gonna have. And I thought, oh my Lord, I gotta get on Clubhouse and I gotta be ready. And it was because of that leadership that I have accomplished what I've been able to accomplish. She continues to challenge me to continue to be the best version of myself. And I just want to say to everybody, all the producers, you guys have poured into me, and it has just been a blessing. I've learned so much more about discipline. There's been many days we've had meetings and loud stuff in the background and kids doing whatever, but you know, continue to stay the course. I continue to know where I was headed. And for that, I want to say thank you. And I want to just say, you know, we all have a story. We all have a message to share. And it's so important to show up. It's so important to know who you are, what problem you solve, you know, what that message is that you have to share, because it doesn't matter who you know, if they open a door for you, if you don't have anything to say when the door is open. So you have to show up so that you can continue to pass that torch to others. And so don't get worried about what other people are doing. Just continue to be the best version of yourself. Surround yourself with the right tribe. And I just want to echo again what Amelia said. You never know who's going to be in your tribe. I didn't know when I met Zondra that I would be here today at this graduation, in spite of everything else that I just went through this past year with the pandemic and everything. And I'm just so honored, so excited for what the future holds. I said, hey, Zondra, you have me attached at the hip. Everywhere you going, I'm going. Okay. So thank you so much, Zondra, for the opportunity. Dave, I want to say thank you as well. You know, we do self-production. So he has just been a great asset in terms of helping me to get out of my own way and continue to level up when it comes to film, because this live stream is something totally different than doing a Facebook live video. So thank you guys so much. And I'm looking forward to even more things in the future.
Congratulations. Congratulations to America's Supermom. We're so excited. All right, next up we have Sister Soldier. Is she in the house and ready to come on screen?
I'm looking for her. Oh, she's not. Oh, yeah,
she's here, Sister Soldier, but is she on screen? Here we go. There she is. Hello, hello, congratulations. Welcome.
Hello. Hi there. My day is going well. I'm so elated to be here. I'm just so excited, and I'm just really just filled because Zondra, I was just thinking this morning, what a blessing that it was the day that I met you, and just how I knew that God had sent you in my life. I had been talking about wanting to do an expansion and go to streaming, and started talking with Fanny, and she was talking about a producer program. And I was like, let me know what it is. Let me know, because I was ready for it. And when she did, and then we spoke, I just knew, and you've just been such a blessing in my life, just the time frame. God never shows up late.
Yeah.
He never shows up late. He's always on time. And I believe that when we ask, he's there providing, and all we have to do is listen. And when I listened, you showed up and you spoke, and I heard you and you heard me. And so I just want to say thank you for your guidance, helping me to piece the pieces together, and to really know what it takes to be a producer, and to get out there and have my ducks in order to get my hustle on. Take it serious, take it to another level, and up my game. And you consistently show us how to do that. And so I'm really grateful in an eloquent way. That's what I want to say, an eloquent way. It's like this mama bear with this like tenacity, like, go get yours and do it because we're called to do it. Do it because we can. First of all, because we can, and we have the ability, and it's what God has given us. So I just really want to say thank you to your team. And I'm so glad to be a part of it. And I'm just excited for where She Vet Inspires is going. And for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Sister Soldier, and I am the intuitive influencer and executive producer for She Vet Inspires on the ZTV award-winning network. And I teach women veteran how to narrate their stories and, heal their past and inspire others through multimedia and creative arts. And it's just been a blessing. I know that many will be healed just from being able to watch the programs that you sponsor and you have on your network. And I'm just glad that God saw enough in me to allow you to allow me to be on your network. I'm just really excited. So thanks to everyone. I'm just so filled with joy. Thank you. And all the ladies of which we are graduating with, it's been wonderful watching each of you to grow. And I'm watching you because you're an example and something that I aspire to be. And I believe that iron sharpens iron. And we're sharpening each other, and we represent the ZTV network. And that to me is something really proud to be a part of, to represent, because we've been taught well. We've been taught well. And I love the fact that that integrity is there with, honoring Zondra. Because it's not about her and it's not about us. It's about the mission that we have been giving and called to do. And it's time for us to own it. And so we are called to impact many people. And I love how Amelia said that sometimes people are not going to like how we show up, but we're growing every day. And I know personally, I'm growing. And I didn't do it on my own. It's because I've been connected to strong individuals, strong women of faith who are setting this representation and this example for God every day. And we have a great leader who is showing us how to do it and encouraging us to get out there and do what we need to do and not be shy about it. So I just want to say I love you, and thank you too, Angel and Tina, for all that you do, the support that you have given us, and just inspiring us to grow as well. So it's much love and light. Thank you.
Much love. Mwah. Sister Soldier, right? We are celebrating our producers for the Zondra TV network. They've all gone through a year-long incubator program as they have learned to develop their shows on the Zondra TV network. Of course, you can see all of the episodes and the platform at zondratv.com, and it looks like we even have new shows dropping even today.
Right.
America's Supermom has her new episode is live today on zondratv.com. Dr. Brenda Stratton, it is graduation day. Congratulations.
Thank you. I just want to say a big love to Zondra, and I'm not going to cry. It's a big love that goes. Our meeting was a divine appointment because I was just washing dishes and doing things, and I heard her. I was on a summit of someone I had met in Arizona, and she had her on the program, and she was talking about television. Well, in 2017, God spoke to me and said, "You're going to be on television." I didn't know how it was going to come about, but I said, and I heard that nice voice she has, and she came on. I said, "I'm going to meet this lady." And so I couldn't even find the information, but I looked it up. And we created a bond. Zondra is like a daughter to me. And I knew that God had a great call in her life, one that she didn't even really see. She was an Esther going forth in a mighty way. And God was going to use her as a voice in this next generation. So I said, "Lord, how can I give back to her?" And she allowed me to start an intercessory prayer group for her to help her on this journey. And so it has been a wonderful, I always tell her, she does real talk and I have a lot of writer downers, and she feeds us from a water hose. And so we have so much information. I've gained so much information because I was doing Facebook Live, but it is not like TV. When I first, and I want to say a shout out to Dave, even he might be gone, because he said, "Get on there and say it like you mean it and get on there." So I have a show called Revolutionize My Life, where evolution occurs one step at a time. I call myself a revolutionizer. Why? Because life will put you in a sinkhole sometime, and I help you to get up out of that sinkhole and find your voice and go forth in the place. One of the things that I know after being a missionary 45 years and speaking in transformational coaching to over 2,000 people plus, everybody has a voice and everyone wants to be heard. And in this program, this TV that Zondra has done, and God is allowing her, it's allowing us to speak our voice, to speak our truth. The life experiences we have gained, we're able to share that with other people. I give you principles of how to get out of that sinkhole, because I didn't hit many of them. And so Zondra is teaching us. I learned a lot because I didn't know that TV wasn't like Facebook Live, but it is sure different. It's an excellence. It's a focused target. It's being specific to who you want to go forth in. And I just recommend this to everyone, every place. I said, you got to be a producer, because this is how your voice will be heard. So I want to thank everyone. I really have enjoyed my producers that I've gotten a lot to know, and it's like a family. One thing that Zondra produced, I've been in a lot of masterminds, but Zondra produces a family. And so she has produced a family where we can learn from and grow from. And even now I'm a peer support. So I want to give support to everyone. We're going to teach them all the things we didn't learn, we didn't put into practice, and that you got to put those things in practice and show up the first day. So I just want to thank you all, Tina and Angel, all the producers, everybody that has had a portion to help us to become the producers, those in the background, Jason, Felice, everybody has helped us. And so, Zondra, I just have love in my heart for you. And I really thank you because I have grown. And I'm not too big or too old to say 72 years young. I have learned so much. And now I'm ready to go on my second season. So thank you, Zondra.
Brenda, you are just a mic dropper too, right? You were meant for media. Amen all day long. Well, congratulations on your graduation. Michelle Faust, welcome.
Michelle, you were on mute.
Sorry about that. Thank you so much. It is a pleasure to be here. I have no idea how to follow after all those amazing women who have gone before me. But I'm going to do my best. I've known Zondra since, I don't even know where we first met, by accident. You somehow fell into my calendar for a call. And it was an accident, but yet we connected on the phone and we had the most wonderful conversation. And it's been absolutely a ride of love and learning and
Oh, sorry, Michelle. I accidentally muted you. Sorry.
All right, I'll be quiet.
No. I was trying to mute somebody else and I accidentally muted you. I apologize.
But anyway, I just want to say that, my mission in my business has been for people to be heard. Everyone deserves a voice. And in fact, Zondra coined my mission statement by saying that I am creating the world's largest storytelling network distribution in the world. And I said, wow. I said, Zondra, that's big. And she said, well, of course it is. It has to be big. If it's not big, you're not in the right place. So I adopted it, and I have dedicated myself to trying to fulfill that mission. And so it was never a question to get on Zondra TV. It's another platform. It's another place for people to be heard. And Amelia was so incredible when she was saying everything matters. And she's right. It all matters. All voices matter. All concerns, all stories, everything that we were all doing and working on, it matters. And we need to have the platforms in which to share. So being able to add Zondra TV network onto my platform, it's just an amazing opportunity. So I actually have two shows because I have a lot going on. So I had to divide it into two shows. And so I have Legendary Leaders, which is honoring authors and their incredible talents and effort to be authors and to write their story and to publish them. So we had that show to talk about their journey as an author. And then we have Lemonade Life, which is just wonderful people. Everybody has lemons in their life. And it's just, we're just having a discussion. How do you get past those lemons? How do you share the nugget to people who need to share their story? So I am so honored to be a part of all of this that's going on. Like I say, it was never a question. I never had to look at whether it was the right place for me to be. Again, someone said it, I'll follow you, Zondra, pretty much wherever you go. But this is definitely the place for me to be. And I feel, again, very honored, very blessed, and appreciate you so much. So with much love to all the producers and to Zondra, thank you for the opportunity to be here. And I will move my tassel.
I love that. Michelle's coming in not just with one show, but with two shows, which she's just you know, 100% all in. And I think that's with all of you. You've just 100% gone all into this platform. Congratulations, Michelle. Super excited for you. Ruth Marquez, happy graduation day.
Thank you. It's been a journey, that's for sure. I've learned a lot. Dave's patience is beyond anything you can imagine. He's very thorough. I'm so grateful to him. I was super nervous when I was recording, and he was there for me, and he made sure my hair was okay. He was like on point. So he's amazing. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to Zondra for the opportunity. I've never thought of calling myself a producer. And that was like, wow, like that was like super life-changing. I'm working on another show right now with a business partner of mine. And so that's another thing Zondra and I need to discuss. But yeah, I mean, it's been a very incredible learning process for sure. You know, it takes guts to do this work. It takes guts to stand up and speak your truth and put yourself out there, right? And to have a venue like this, the opportunity, I mean, this is like, wow, like an opportunity. I tell people all the time about ZTV. So, you know, it's like, you want to get on TV? I got the hookup. So thank you so much for the opportunity, and I'm moving my tassel as well. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Ruth. What an exciting day for Zondra TV Network. These are all the producers who have been in her year-long incubator program. Of course, check them out on the Zondra Network at zondratv.com. Avis wearing your royal blueness color today. Look at how pretty, all of the royal blue.
And Angel, I don't think you and I knew this, but it's Avis's birthday today.
Happy birthday, gorgeous. Oh my gosh, Miss Sunshine. Oh, what a fabulous way to
Our
celebrate.
private chat here saying happy birthday to the fashionista herself.
Thank you, thank you. Am I up?
You are up.
You're up.
Oh, Dave, you didn't signal. Thank you for having me. I am Avis Carter, and I am under Zondra TV Network, under Zondra's direction and Dave Curley's direction. I really appreciate both of you. And, you know, even before I met Zondra, I went to Mastermind with my sister, Karma. Karma, thank you for coming. Aunt Linda and my mom, thank you for being here. I met Angel through Karma, and then we went to Mastermind under Dave Walsh, and then I signed up under Angel while I was still in Japan. And as I connected with Angel, I came back to the States 5 years later, and she still hung on to me, which was amazing. Grateful for both of you. And then while under the direction of Angel Tussey, Zondra came on and she spoke, and I said, who is this woman? And so after and you know, Zondra always say, set up a call. You know, if you want to connect with me, go to Zondra TV Network and connect with me. So I set up a one-to-one with her, and I had an interview, and we talked, and she talked about streaming. She talked about TV. And I said, I never thought about TV. Dave, am I talking loud enough? Because, you know, he's like, be louder. Okay, thank you. And so even when I met Zondra, we talked on the phone. My sister joined us. And as we spoke, I was like, TV, I never thought about that. And so I got off the phone, and Zondra spoke life into me. She was like, what about fashion? Well, I grew up with fashion. And even with fashion, I've walked the greatest runways of all under my late Aunt Beatrice. And even with that, on one side, you'll have your family, your dad saying, girls are supposed to be seen and not heard. And then, you know, as you grow older, we do have a voice. And even as Antoinette was saying that we have a voice and we need to speak it and speak the truth. And all of this coming together, I was, after speaking with Zondra the next day, I was vacuuming. And then it's like, that's it. You know, the voice spoke, and I called Zondra and I said, okay, so yes, Fashion, Zondra came up with the name. What she didn't know, fashion, she's like, yes, fashion. What she didn't know, the next day I was spinning and I said, what does a zon mean? So a zon means always zealous, to overcome negativity. So that was it. And so she met my co-producer, Nina Fines, was introduced to me through Zondra, and we connected. And so even with that, I have learned so much. I appreciate you, Zondra, for always pouring into me. I'm having a 8-hour job and she still has patience for me. It's like I'm tired at the end of the day and she still has patience. And so, you know, Zondra always talks about, what is your intro? What is your outro? And, you know, I was like, oh yeah. You know, I'm practicing, I'm processing. But let me tell you, it's not real until it's real. On the set, it's like when you have to say it and mean it, it's like a whole different ball game. And so I still can't believe that I was in Dallas with her and on the stage, on the scene, and we had visitors, we had guests, you had to do your intro, your outro. She's like, no, that's not it. And I like the fact that she says what she means and means what she says. She's powerful. You know, when you come to her, you know that you have to be ready and you have to be prepared. If not, she's like, no, that's not it. And so I appreciate you, Zondra, for who you are. And Dave, I appreciate you for who you are and your guidance. And all together, it's like, thank you, Jesus, for the life that you all have given me and how you pour into me and continue to pour. It's like we have work to do. Let's get it. And so my name is Avis Carter. I am the producer of Fashion Zon. We showcase up-and-coming designers and phenomenal stylists around the world. My outro is, we can change the fabric of our journey with one stitch, one scripture, and one step at a time. Thank you and bye-bye. Dave, you know, that was a really interesting talk. You know, we continue to talk like that. Oh, yes, cut. That's it. Thank you.
I think she's got the bug.
I know, right? He said, just keep talking, right? And I love you all. And all of my sisters in our tribe, I love each and one of you. I continue to learn from each one of you. Sister Soldier, I thank God for you. My grandmother had 15 kids. Now I see how hard she had to work. And so I'm not. Did I say Sister
Michelle? Yeah.
Michelle, oh my goodness, all those babies, truly, truly, truly a blessing. Sister Soldier always shining. Michelle, all of you all, I just love you all so much. You all have grace in your life, and I just enjoy looking at you and learning from you. I appreciate each one of you all. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Cross over that tassel off that.
Oh, wait, I got it.
Yes.
The real tassel.
And we're going to move on to Miss Oh, look, she did. She moved her ponytail over. Andrea, Girl Talk. Let's get it done, girl. Welcome.
Hello. It's so good to be here. And I was just realizing it was a year ago that I started to produce and film my first show. So I cannot believe it's been a year. So it's been such a journey. It's been amazing. And my name is Andrea Crum, and I am the producer of Girl Talk, the TV show for women in leadership. And it's all about being genuinely who you are as a leader. And I am just so grateful for the opportunity. I was thinking about the journey, and it has been quite the journey. Like I said, it's been over a year. And I remember Zondra and I had met in February. Somebody had introduced us, and you know, as gracious as Zondra was, we had a great phone call. She was so encouraging. And I was working on building a leadership business and for women. And it was about March, and I was spending some time with the Lord, and I just really felt that the Lord was calling me into something even different than what I had been thinking I was going into. And of course, he's continued to reveal that over the last year. But I remember that Monday, after I had this time with the Lord, I really felt it was on my spirit to connect with Zondra, because I knew God was calling me onto a faith walk. And I did not know any other people that were faith walkers, you know, and And it was just on my heart immediately to call her and to connect with her. And I thought to myself, I know she's so busy. I don't know, I don't want to like bother her or whatever. And within a week or two, we were on the phone chatting, and I was telling her about the journey that I had no idea where God was taking me, but I just knew that there was something. And that's when we started talking about the TV show, and it was such a divine appointment. And it was so clear to me that God put her on my heart for a reason, and that this was one of those opportunities that was coming by that was going to be kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity. And so signed up quickly, and I think within 2 months I was producing the show. So just got after it, and just so thankful for Zondra. I love, she would always say, many are called but few are chosen, and it really is about that choice, right, to walk in what God has for us and what he's purposed for us. And so it's been so amazing to know her and to know this tribe who are all just so inspirational and doing what you were led to do. And I know so many times, one of the great things about the incubator is that we have one-on-one coaching with Zondra as well every month. And so we get this time with her that's just one-on-one. And I know like every time we were probably supposed to talk about business, but every time it was more of an encouragement session where Zondra was just like making sure, where, sometimes I had tears, just walking through this journey, because it really is, stepping out is really something that is not for the faint at heart. It requires a lot of resilience and perseverance, and to have a cheerleader and somebody who is cheering you on is just, it's so integral to this process, and somebody who has such faith to be able to, who has done it, is not just speaking from, not having the experience. She has the experience. And so she was just able to cheer me on. And I know many times we didn't get to all the stuff on the spreadsheet, but it was definitely what I needed at the time. So I'm so grateful for you, Zondra, and just for your, I feel like this is your ministry. I know it's a business, but I know that there are greater works that are being done. And I'm just so thankful for you and blessed to be part of this journey. And so I'm thankful to be a graduate. Yay!
Yes, move that tassel over. You did it, Andrea. Yes, you've been here since the very beginning, and I love your message, all of you, right? For a time such as this, the faith that you have all walked, and she's turned her business into a ministry. What a blessing, right? That she can.
Have you just noticed all the people that have come on? They've been on our show last year around this time, like announcing their show, right? And then now, 6, 10, 12 episodes in, it's going great. They're about to launch a new show. It's so amazing to watch them grow and to launch and to blossom into these beautiful flowers.
All right, and wrapping it up, our final graduate in her cap and gown. Fanny Minute.
Hey, I'm Fanny Minute, the faith and inspirational lady. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I'm rejoicing and I'm so glad to be in it. Congratulations to all you beautiful ladies. Thank you, Angela and Tina, for taking this day and making it even a more grander day than ever. I feel so blessed to be participating in this milestone. This is a milestone for me. This is a blue rose moment. So I had to find the blue outfit and the blue graduation cap because I'm a professional student, but this moment is more grander than I have ever walked, than any stage I've ever walked across, because it is a major milestone in my life. 24/7, being able to spread the gospel, be able to spread how faith works, how to identify faith and practice faith in everyday life is a milestone, is a blessing. Thank you, Zondra, for that blessing. 24/7. I don't think people realize just how great that is, what a blessing it is to be able, for God to be able to use you to speak to his people, transform people's lives. We are transforming people's lives. Every time we do something like this, we're transforming people's lives. And we have started with 12 people coming out of the gate under one umbrella, one ZTV network. I don't think people know how big that is. That's heaven coming down into earth. And for me to be able to be a part of it, oh, Angel, that big smile you always have. Oh, that smile stays in my soul. It ignites my soul every time I think about being a part of ZTV Network. I thank you, Zondra. And the main thing that I love about Zondra Evans, owner and operator of ZTV Network, is her humbleness. Because I pray for that. I say, God, keep me humble no matter where I go. When I'm leaning, as Amelia said, when I'm leaning into becoming what I am, oh God, I ask him to keep me humble. And Zondra, you are the most humble person I have ever met. And I thank you. You lead by example. We can't help but be excellent in what we're doing. We can't help but spread our messages, and we all have different messages. You have allowed us to have our own voices. You don't tell us we can't do this, you got to, but you allow us to have our own voice, and that makes a big difference. And your humbleness is so awesome because it gives us a safe place to be, a safe place to learn. Now, I didn't think I was going into a PhD program when I got in this incubator. But it felt, oh my God, we're constantly learning. So thank you so much, Zondra, for your humbleness. You have an anointing on you that's contagious, as well as your smile is contagious. Thank you for introducing us to people like Angel and Tina. And both of them have those smiles as well. I guess that's a heaven coming down into earth moment. And they're humble as well. But thank you for introducing us to people that's elevating us, because each elevation requires faith. And when you walk in that faith moment, your faith increase. And so you become the force behind your faith. And so I thank you for giving us that. I thank you for each woman I have met. Now we have some men in the incubator, but I thank you for those women I've met, like Lachelle, who, all the kids. No one should have an excuse after meeting her. Nobody should have an excuse. They should run out the door. Dr. Brenda, who just introduced me to something that's just changing my life, this soaking prayer moment. Everyone has something that they're giving to each other in this incubator. So it's bigger than just a television incubator and a television producer. So those of you who are listening to the sound of my voice right now, Fanny Minute, the faith and inspirational lady, get into ZTV Incubator, not to just be a producer, but be a world changer, a world global changer. We are part of the biggest mountain, one of the biggest mountains of influence. You hear me? And we have people out there sad, broke, busted, and disgusted when they don't have to be. All they have to be is a voice to change and transform this world. That's what we are, media giants for the Lord. Thank you all. Thank you.
Every time she talks, I feel like I just had church.
I just went to church. Well, she is right. And all of our graduates today on this platform, the Zondra TV network, we all had our Blue Rose moment. Many of us wearing our royal blueness today, the official color, I think, of the Zondra TV network, of the unofficial color. Zondra, many of our audience have not heard of what is a Blue Rose moment, why the significance. Hopefully you'll share a little bit, but let's wrap up. Let's bring this show home.
To bring the show on home. Hopefully y'all got y'all's blue roses, because I do want us to get a screenshot with y'all holding your blue rose. But I do want to talk about what the Blue Rose moment is about, because it's miraculous. I gotta give this little context of the story. I was invited to a chamber meeting that has a spiritual breakfast. So it was business, but yet spiritual. And I was like, well, Lord, what am I going to talk about? I don't want to talk about TV. I mean, what am I going to talk about? And I sat down at the computer and God spoke to me and said, Blue Rose. And I was like, Blue Rose. And then I started to research Blue Rose. And a blue rose is real, but it's the thing that we don't see all the time. We're conditioned in our minds to see red, yellow, and white roses, but there's such a thing as a blue rose, but it symbolizes the impossible, like you can achieve the impossible. You could do that thing that isn't standard. It may not be mainstream. It may not be what everybody else is doing. When you decide to accept that thing that's different, that really challenge you, that seems almost impossible, you've just accepted your Blue Rose moment. And so I feel as though everybody in this incubator accepted a Blue Rose moment. This was one of your Blue Rose moments, that you actually accepted the call in your life. This is major. You're not a one-hit wonder. You're a multiple hit wonder. This platform is global because we have big work to do for the kingdom. We are kingdom-driven entrepreneurs. And so what equals our success is faith and obedience. That's what equals success for us, being faithful and obedient to the call. That impossible thing is your Blue Rose moment. That's it.
I love that. And you have been sharing that story. We've all been able to grasp onto that. Every one of her producers has been sent a Blue Rose for your walk in this.
If you guys have your Blue Roses, can you put them up so I can
take a picture?
Let me add all your spotlights here so she can get a picture. I don't want to spotlight anybody who hasn't gotten theirs yet. Here's another. One moment. I'm getting all of you guys. Anybody else have their Blue Rose? Some of people haven't been home yet. I had the honor of helping Zondra create these little things, and it was just amazing. I'm gonna get this screenshot. Everybody smile. Got it.
Thank you.
I can't wait to get a Blue Rose when I graduate.
I know, it's coming. It's coming. Oh my goodness, it's coming.
Make
so
sure
Angel and Tina,
sure you share them on social media. Share your Blue Rose, share your story, share your shows.
Yes. So I just wanted to close with this, Angel, and then I'm gonna turn it back over to you to do the main close. But Angel, honestly, I would not be where I am without your support. You have been there and you've supported me. And when times were tough, you encouraged me. When I thought I couldn't, you said, yes, you can. It's been a long journey, but I would not have wanted to take that journey without you. I don't even want to continue this journey without you. You have been instrumental to the success of this company and to the things that we're bringing. Because what y'all don't know about Angel, she's not only been on radio, but she also had a TV show as well. And so she taught me so much. And I'm still learning. And I thank you for that, Angel. You still meet with me. You still talk to me. You still encourage me. And that means the world to me. And Tina, to you, not even ever met you in person, but I tell you what, you are my soul sister, my soul sister. You understand? I can call you anytime, and you can call me anytime. The two of you being on the network with a morning show is just amazing. And I thank y'all for just believing in us and pouring into us. So thank you so much. And so Angel, you could close out your show.
What a very special edition of the Angel and Tina morning show. You guys, you know what you don't get, you only get to see what's on camera, right? Yeah. They get to see the stories, the smiles, the successes, a lot of what we all share on camera is the good stuff, right? It's our sizzle reel, it's our highlights. But what you don't know is that every single day we choose to get up and show up and 100% all in, to go through the tough times together, to encourage and to cheerlead. And ladies and gentlemen, more than ever, we need to be there for each other. We need to elevate and rise up and not be mediocre. This is a group. These producers here today, following in Zondra's leadership, they are leaders. They have faith. They are those business first responders. They're doing the hard stuff, even when their family doesn't quite get it, even when their schedule looks a little bit off balance.
They don't even get it.
They are showing up and serving, right? And we don't always show up because, you know, I want to, and I feel like it. We show up for others. Zondra is a leading example, and she is definitely walking the walk of showing up for others. And the fact that she allows me to still coach her, right? She still calls me her media coach. It's been now 4 years, she says. And, you know, when the student becomes the master is really what has happened here. And Zondra is definitely taken the charge. I do feel like a grandma hen today, watching all of you come across this, you know, the legacy that we've been able to create here, and truly honored and truly blessed to have this very special edition of the Angel and Tina Morning Show with you all. It is an exciting day. It is a special day, but this is only the next step in the journey, right? Because there's even more on the other side. And now we have given hope and we've given inspiration to so many who are watching your programs, who are following your journey, who are watching and seeing you climb this mountain, showing them that it can too be climbed. And I never thought this would be the legacy of the Angel and Tina Morning Show. We started it for something fun. We started it as a way to stay socially connected at a time when the world was being socially distanced. And I'll tell you what, amen, hallelujah, Jesus has poured into and blessed this show over and over again. Tina, I'm so honored to be your co-host.
Oh, what an amazing, emotional day today. We were so honored when Zondra said, "Hey, what are you guys doing on May 3rd?" And we were like, "What did you need?" And she's like, "I want to have a special graduation for all of my producers." And we were so honored to be able to do that for you, Zondra. Zondra, you mean the world to me. You know, just like you said, I can call you anytime. In fact, just last week, anytime. And she stops everything and does whatever she can for you. These producers on here, oh my gosh, I am so proud of you guys. I just sat there and watched you guys just launch these shows and launch all these ideas, and just sit there and watch you guys just blossom into these blue roses from a little bud. But you guys are always welcome on the Angel and Tina Morning Show. Me being the gratitude specialist herself, I am full of gratitude to each and every one of you guys. You guys have all touched our lives very much. So Angel and I are full of gratitude and grace and just everything, humbleness for having you guys all on the show and supporting all of us and supporting one another. It is amazing. We are the Angel and Tina Morning Show, where we come to you live every weekday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. We will see you guys tomorrow. Happy graduation, guys. Oh, look, she's